how is it going, man? So, we have some questionable stats over here, definitely. Like, this character doesn't necessarily look like, you know, very ready to do much. In Ultimate, definitely. Most of the things I was able to, like, play around them. But one thing that I can suggest you to do is, like, how to gear up, you know what I mean? Like, at this point, I should have probably stopped at one point, maybe about, like, Homestead. The game is getting a little bit more difficult, like somewhat about Homestead, I would say. Maybe somewhat about like Pine Barrens. If you remember, I was having issues with like Tyrants. They were hitting extremely hard on me, so I had to like play around them all the time. So maybe I should have like stopped right before and do what I'm going to do right now. So we're gonna go to Grim Tools. And we're gonna go to Checklist, in fact. Try and like load my character into one-shot chests in Ultimates. What does it exactly need from me? Quests. .gdd. Okay. So I'm in fact like missing quite a lot of them. If you look at this, Rumble even with the sub. How's it going? Welcome to the Lurker Lounge. Thank you for subbing. Thank you, man. So in this part over here, you can actually like see all the one-shot chests that you're missing with your character, and we seem to be missing every single one of them in the Act 1. Let's start from the Act 1. Hit them up. Hit them up. There's going to be the Salazar one over here, for instance. For the Salazar, we're gonna need to find a skeleton key. Well, a strange key, I suppose, to be able to like open the door to him. The thing is, like, I do know that there's a way to like do it with the Divreni quest as well during the Act 1 playthrough, but I always forget to do that actually. So that's a shame. So I'll reset my game a couple of times. We'll see like if we can find the strange key over here. It should be okay for the most part. It usually doesn't take too long. Hey, some bindings as well. That's nice for the accounts. A strange key too. What is going on with all those bindings? That's a little bit too many at this point. Give me that. Yeah, we're listening to Mist of Pandaria, World of Warcraft OST. Lucky you, yeah. There was quite a bit over there. Salazar, the boss inside here, might actually turn out to be very resistant against us. We are in here not to kill him, specifically, but to get his chest, so... If he decides to, like, stand in between, he's gonna need to die for it. He's gonna pay the price. Oh yeah, one more thing. We should still use an experience potion for our devotions, right? Some of my devotions are pretty low level, maybe. I just saw the Hungering Void leveling up, so it's not going to the waste. That's still good. Let me see how do they look. So we have the bat probably maxed out, 25, yes. 14 out of 15 on that one. This one's maxed out as well. That one's 14 out of 15. So we are going to be done with the devotions leveling very soon too, it looks like. That's nice. This might take a while to kill it, guys. try and like pay attention to the Harbinger first, I think. It actually wasn't all that bad. We can open back the rares once again to make some iron bits. That's okay for me. Just realized they were closed. Last question before I go for lunch. How does the legendary pool drop work? Specifically, I'd like to find if Malmouth expansion legendaries can drop from like normal campaign or the only expansion places. I don't know if I explained myself. Everything is like 99% of the items in this game is random drop, and they can drop from anywhere in the game. There are some exceptions to this. Most of them are called monster infrequents, and you can specifically see them, like where they're dropping from in Groom Tools. But if in Groom Tools, if you come over an item and it says like Forgotten Gods, then that just only means that you need to have the DLC. You know, it can still drop from the vanilla content, it can drop from the Ashes of Malmouth content. We were here for this Exalted Stash, and we are going to be hitting these Exalted Stash chests that I left behind, multiple of them, hoping for an upgrade. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so that is one. The secondary one is going to be in, I mean, right after Warden, most likely. It took me a while to explode that elite bubble somehow. Oh my god, my allergies. No, not right now, please. Wow. Sometimes there's an elite in there, and it is one of those times, I think. How are we doing with the ethereals, you guys? More than halfway in the hated. Cheers, that Garvey. Take care, dude. Sorry, Ross. Sometimes it takes a while to find the crate pieces that you're searching for. Especially the last piece might actually take you a while. I'm trying to kill like every single Aether Crystal here. We're gonna need some of those, so why not? And the chest as well. We are here for your chest, man. Why won't you die? Cannot open it before killing him. DPS against this guy is extremely questionable, no lie. Took me a while. It's not the best target to farm, apparently. Let's go for like the Barwish Village targets. We found the Spell Scourge. This thing. Not necessarily for me. Gold is there for one shots. Can you open them once per character or once per difficulty? Once per difficulty per character. And like if you don't know their locations, like I heavily suggest you to check out the checklist on Grim Tools. That's a hard entry, actually. Everything is running at me. Seal of Corruption. That's a good job. And then we also have something called the Dread Chill Mark. It's cold and frostburn, unfortunately. Nothing to do with the vitality. Another one that we're gonna hit is secret location, in fact. A place called Hallowed Hill. So yeah, we talked about this like before several times, but just in case, like when to open these chests, like while you're watching, it's definitely possible that you are not necessarily level 100. Just open them around like level 90. I wouldn't open them before that. The drops inside, they scale, as I said before, to the map, but the map is scaling to your level, and the map is also trying to stay a little bit ahead of you. So for the most part, when you are about like level 87, 88, they're actually capable of dropping level 94. Because the map tries to stay ahead of you all the time. But just to, you know, guarantee things, I think it's safer to open like around level 90. And I do believe like we should have done this 1 or 2 parts before, because my stats are a little bit questionable. For the most part, I think even in Ashes of Malmouth, I should be able to play around things with potions and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, this is supposed to be a little bit more beginner friendly. So, yeah. Should try and optimize like as much as we can, as we have in the veteran, for instance. I didn't, like, I definitely didn't need to, like, optimize as much as we did. But for a reason. Come here. The door is here. Is the void touched? My sustain is insane though. Instant lifesteal. It's crazy. So this is the Hallowed Hill. This place isn't so bad when it comes to like treasure trove. I think like there's a possibility to find like even 2 treasure troves here. Pretty rare, but yeah. And then there's a one-shot chest. Sometimes a couple of elites as well. It's not the one shot. Ah, there it is. A blade twister? No upgrades so far. Feels bad. Let's check out the Twin Falls. I think I'm sort of done with the Act 1. But I'm gonna hit the places that I do remember from the back of my mind, and then we will check out the checklist one more time in Grim Tools. No, I think the Celestial Lotus is fine. You shouldn't be needing too many Lotuses. I think it's supposed to be rare. Storm Guard, Leg Guards, that's nice. There's a random craft, in fact. Something that we can look forward to. There's a hidden location over here if you really want to like try hard. There's like a medium chest inside. You could definitely come here. Somewhere in between the trees. That's not it. And that is not it either, because somewhere in between trees one more time. And this is the chest. Wow. Was not expecting a legendary drop from there, not gonna lie. We have gotten something called the Halacore Celestial Stone. I'm in fact like not familiar with this item at all, and it seems to be a very big upgrade for us. Obviously, crazy amounts of like offensive ability, good vitality damage for me. Cooldown reduction is okay as well, but other than this, it doesn't necessarily give you any resistances. So we're gonna need to like make sure our resistances is, you know, capable wearing this. On the left side over here, the L over there on my screen is standing for how many legendaries we have found in this session. So that you can like kind of keep track of like how many items I managed to find. And especially in this one, it is important simply because like we're opening the one-shot chests. Apparently I have been here before. It seems like it. Because the one-shot chest is not there. But this is like overall a very good place to farm. Like if you would like to continue farming this, if you'd like to learn like more, you know, easy spots to hit, you could definitely check the video I have on the YouTube about where to farm. This is one of like the better places to hit all the time when it comes to farming. Apparently I've been here though. What about like that cave? Have I been there too? It's probably just better to like check out the checklist at this point. Let me see what we're missing, you guys. Load this up one more time. Okay. So we have the Exalted stash remaining in the Sunken Reliquary. We could go there. We have the Spider Layer. I don't necessarily want to like go to the Isaac's stash. I don't think that this is a one-shot. Maybe we can go just in case. Not sure. Oh, the Misery one is standing still. The Steps of Torment. And the Spine Carve is there as well. Okay, let's go for the Spine Carve first, and I'll continue the Act 1. I get that the Ether Crystals worth. Okay, I would like to fight that shrine actually. We're gonna go for the shrine first. Shrine could actually drop some good item as well. That's a massive pack in fact. Let's hope we are not in danger. I have very good DPS by the way. Extremely good DPS. For this type of game. That's ridiculous. Let's go for the one-shot chest now. Ended up killing like 6 elites there thanks to this devotion shrine. It was definitely worth it. Could have been lucky with the jobs. Overall, the best item that could drop for us randomly is, if I'm not mistaken, it's like an offend. A Chthon offend. It's capable of like converting acid into vitality, I think. We could check it out sometime. On Grim Tools. So it's definitely possible for you to like end up finding this item in that case. You should probably know the item's name and stuff, so let's check it out right after killing this guy in fact. Are you going to be using the Bone Spike in the endgame gear? Yes. Bone Spike is one of the better things that you can find for this. Alright, so if we go here, come over here, we say like offense maybe, and then write... Maybe we don't even need to write something. Let me see if I can find it like manually, instantly. Oops. Ah, Okay, what is this? The dark blood of Chthon corrupts all that it touches, even the arcane. Elemental damage and acid damage being converted to vitality as long as it's active. And it has an active health cost per second. This is absolute best in slot for the build that we are doing. So if you end up like finding this, either the blueprint or the item itself, I'm pretty sure it's possible to like find the item itself as well. Maybe I'm like incredibly lucky that I've already found this on my like Craig DK or something. We could definitely check that out, but I really doubt it. Is that like offense on like implements or something? I'm actually not sure. These are not looking like offense. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, this is definitely it, I see. Okay, we don't have it. And that's for the better, to be honest with you, for the sake of this. So that I need to play around it, yeah. So we have like the mythical version of the helm that I'm using. And that's already a flat upgrade for me. That's nice. I kind of need to like contemplate what are my like worst items. We don't need the weapons as usual. We probably don't need the helm either. No need to check that out. Ooh, we have something like this over here with a little bit less armor, unfortunately, but better DPS, better stats as well. Energy regen with like some resistances. We're gaining like Aether resistance from this thing. We could definitely check this out. It's interesting. It's actually a part of the Corruptors as well, so thanks to this we're gaining 100% increased vitality damage. If I can somehow like complete the bonus with the mental, we're going to be gaining almost nothing. Corrupted Soul, 10% chance on attack is going to be what I'm going to gain from that if I can complete it. If my elemental resistances are fine, which they're not, this seems to be a small upgrade if that was the case, but it's not worth it, it's fine. So let's just check the weapons. That's an upgrade as well. So we did end up like finding a couple of upgrades for sure. That's nice. Exactly the same item once again. Don't need a helm. Probably not need a chest either, actually. No offend. Oops. Maybe boots though, I'm not sure. Don't know about those boots. We have something called Diaga Hood. Elemental resistance with terrifying gaze. Yeah, I don't think so. We're gonna keep the legendaries for the bank. Aether Cold Fire. HP with vitality damage. I think I like mine a little bit better. The ring over here is giving me pierce, fire resistance with crazy amounts of HP and vitality damage. This is most likely an upgrade for me. Let's keep that on the last bag as well. So far a couple of upgrades actually. Like we have been good when it comes to like finding items. As I said, like I'm not going to be farming too much. Just like hitting the places only once. But if you would like to, like if you're watching this as a guide and continuing and doing this playthrough, if you would like to just reset your game, go again, you know what I mean? Hit these spots. Like kill the Warden, kill the Twin Foals, for sure. As many times as you want. Maybe even like if you're powerful enough to do Steps of Torment, you should do it too. Alright, these are gonna stay over here because like I'm not done yet. And we're gonna go for this one-shot chest over here first. Do I have any dynamites with me? I have 23 of them, this is good. When it comes to like replacing some items, guys, like if you think that like these, you know, chest piece, for instance, is better than the chest piece that you're wearing, it's usually easier to like, you know, pile up a couple of upgrades together and then replace them all at the same time, because then you won't need to like adjust your resistances and components all the time. So if you're farming, like keep those upgrades, unless they're like a ridiculous upgrade. Keep them in your bank in one space, yeah, and then like replace or upgrade everything at once. That way you only need to optimize once also. Okay, this is the place. How are we doing with the undead? Half a hated. The sick beats, sir. I cannot continue with the sick beats anymore, Zipper. This is for YouTube now, so would lose my video. Ah, this is why we are here. A Deathmark shoulder guard. Not the set we were hoping for, but okay. It's a very good item, of course. Not for this character, though. I'll also kill the priest inside there. I think he's going to be pretty tanky to me, but it's okay. This guy's actually kiting me. Understood this. I cannot afford a priest healing this guy right now. I actually thought this guy was like capable of summoning gargantuans, monstrosities and stuff. He didn't do anything in this case. So this guy is capable of dropping a Trojan Scarshard modifier MI. In most cases, it's actually incredible for a Trojan Scarshard character. If you would be looking forward to something like that later on, make sure to check that out. What did I just loot? I looted Childred Mental. Another cold item. 2 very good cold shoulders from this place. Interesting. So I don't necessarily know exactly where this Isaac's stash is. It's been forever I haven't been there. And I don't even think that that's a one-shot chest, but the Grintools is suggesting it to be so, so let's try and find it out. This might actually take me a while though, sorry about that. I mean, it's right over there or there, basically, but yeah. Ooh, there's a very spooky cave here. I'm not going to be entering it. And just to make sure, like, you could also do this. You come here, you click this one, I think, and it's going to show you right on the map from the Foggy Bank. Like, if you're curious, like, how to find it exactly, that is how you do it. I was lazy at first. Potato scales, give me that. Gomag is there. How's it going, Mala? A beginning question here. How do you decide which items to keep in the bank? That definitely depends on your progression as an account, not as a character. If you're capable of like taking a character into like level 50 without any items, starting very fast because like you have this and that, then that literally means you don't need to keep anything in the bank till level 50. And this number increases. So for me, for instance, there are very, few items that are worth keeping under level 82. And level 82 blue items, or like level 82, level 84 legendaries, I should say. They're like unique basically. There are no upgrades over those. In some cases. So I start keeping from there because that's my progression. So it kind of depends on your progression. Isaac's stash. This thing. I honestly don't think this is a one-shot chest though. Like I don't necessarily see myself getting anything valuable out of this, but since it is existing on checklist, yeah, why not? So we have gotten these two. We need to find that one, the abandoned. Okay. So you need this blood-right orb thingy? It would be an upgrade, but you don't necessarily need to activate the build. The build is going to be strong without it, but I think it's a massive item for the build that we are doing. Physics. Because if you think about it, thanks to having an off-end, I'll be able to replace my relic as well. So right now I'm committed to this relic as long as I need to use 2 bone spikes. So this is the place that I know how to enter to this place, but like there are several hidden spider caves like the one that we're in right now in this place, so I'm a little bit confused like where to find the one shot. It might not be here in this playthrough. It's entirely possible. It is though. So if you cannot find it in this cave, what I would suggest is just reset your game, come here one more time. Or check this where it is. Grim Harvest Boots. Okay. It's like, I'm pretty sure there's one more spider cave, just like the one that we're in right now in this entire zone. This as well. No elites. No elites for me. How did you do the power leveling to level 50? You can check my YouTube for those things. Stash Act 2. Okay, let's load this one more time, guys. Why not? It's gonna be much easier to like check that way. It didn't save this one yet. Did not save this one yet. Misery is the one that is Steps of Torment. Oh, the Hidden Wealth. And the Port Valkyrie. We're not going to go for the Port Valkyrie, but we could do the Hidden Wealth right now. The Obsidian Throne. Necropolis Interior. Okay. So literally the only thing that we can hit right now that is remaining is the Hidden Wealth. For the Hidden Wealth, if I'm not mistaken, we need to find a note, you guys, in one of the houses, because it's like a quest, I think. Maybe these houses were somewhere around here, close to the shrine. So, this is exactly what you're searching for, a corpse, right in these wreckage of houses. I think there's multiple houses that this thing can spawn. It can actually spawn inside this as well. There might even be a third one, which is somewhere around, maybe like on the bottom over there. Yeah, we're lucky finding this. We can TP back actually. What am I doing? Thanks to finding this node, it gives you a quest, and thanks to the quest, you're able to like interact with the Hidden Wealth, which is another one-shot chest. I was actually like thinking about including this Hidden Wealth, since it's like a quest, you know, in my leveling routes, but I'm always getting confused to where to find the corpse from while I'm rushing through that zone, so I've been failing with that, no lie. Let's go from the left side, in fact, it's fine. You got this item and you found it somewhere and you're not using it? Yeah. Story of Grim Dawn, man. You usually find legendaries that are not necessarily for your spec. But that is where the replayability comes from, for the most part. Bolted mask. There's an elite to the right side, I think, right? Somewhere? There are a couple of them, in fact. Oh my, should I be scared? Maybe not. My damage is very high, you guys. And we didn't even start using the upgrades yet. Okay, so this is as much farming that I'm going to be doing when it comes to, like, you know, backwards, or like doing old content, the one that we have already like passed. Let's clean the bags and then we will start progressing after like using, you know, the new items. Maybe I can use this ring, I'm actually not sure. Need to check that out. We don't need weapons and we don't need offense or helms, I think. Or chest piece. I think we're good with those too. Counts on bleeding resistance, but my metal is apparently very good. What about that bounce? Offense, defense, that's it. I would like to get some more defensive ability to this guy. It's a little bit too low, you guys. Let's put this one into the bank as well. Maybe. I'm actually not sure. Probably not though. It was looking a little bit weak. The Lost Will. We can read that, I think. Right, so that's it. Which one of these chest pieces are better? This one doesn't even have any resistances. Yeah, probably the blue one is just dumpstering it. So, that is a no question upgrade instantly. Pierce chaos resistances instead of just vitality resistance. We're gaining more vitality, multipliers as well, and more armor. This is a massive upgrade for me, yet again. More vitality damage, vitality aether resistance. We're just dropping a little bit of HP. I have a lot of HP right now, it's fine. So, which one of the rings that I'm using is worse? Left side has chaos resistance, right side has no resistance at all. I'll say both of my rings are pretty terrible, in fact. I would say so. Apparently we need a little bit more cunning. Which is only gonna get worse as I replace... I think it's cunning that I'm missing, right? Yeah. Let me see. I have 0 points spent into cunning, yeah. 390, I see you. Do you guys give any cunning at all? They do. 73 cunning on this ring right over there. That's interesting. Maybe we could just replace the right side for now, but we have seen an opening here. We're gonna need to fix our cunning for now. For sure, I'm gonna need to give a couple of cunning points. Somehow. Maybe I already have a reset potion. Let me see. I have multiple actually. Okay, let's just set our stats here. So I would like to not depend on this ring, or that ring, in fact. This is going to need 396. But they actually, like, especially this one, end up giving me a little bit cunning too. 396, huh? Okay, let's go with the physique first. Being able to use the entire armor is a must, so... Oh, that's spirit that is required. Silly me. I'm gonna give like 2 spirit there just in case. 396, huh? 411, that's good. And make that 10 and give everything else into physique so that like we don't necessarily have any future problems with this, because this thing is giving me like 14 cunning as well. If I take this out, I can still like use it. That's good. These potions, especially the reshaping one that is like, you know, resetting your stats, extremely annoying to find. They can drop from like, obviously they're given to you by like quest rewards, but at the same time they can drop from like nemesis. But it's pretty annoying overall. So in my opinion, like both of these rings are like upgrades for me, and obviously the necklace as well. Necklace is a crazy upgrade, in fact. Okay. How are my resistances? Vitality is a little bit low. Rest is actually like hanging. That's nice. So we're gonna change something here. I was kinda hating on the fact that like I don't necessarily have enough defensive ability. So we're gonna start using the defensive ability version for my chest. The hallowed ground should do nicely. And it's also gonna give me some elemental resistance. We could continue using the runestone on the helm easily. And obviously soul shards too. Vitality offensivity. What about this one? Vitality HP. I kind of like my HP for now. It's not too bad, but reduced stun duration is extremely good too, though. And I don't necessarily like my offensive ability that much. Let's put one of this and 2 of these, I think. Okay, that's good. Almost 2.6k offensive ability, not too bad. Same goes for my HP, about like 14,000. Crit damage and spirit. Energy cost reduction with spirit percentage. Vitality and chaos resistances with multipliers to Chthonians and undead. Vitality resistance is going to be fine thanks to the soul shards there. I am going to be using 2 soul shards for the rings, but I wasn't sure about like the necklace. Not yet. We could use it for now. So what we're gonna do here is that like I'm gonna put a 6-watch. Let's do this quest, by the way. It's the dynamite quest. I'm gonna put a 6-watch into my shoulder, and then I'll take the item back here, and we're gonna put like a scaled hide or something over there to increase the armor absorption. If I can craft a scaled hide, I'm not really sure yet. I'll check it out. We keep the add-on on that one, put it over there. Probably keep the add-on on that one as well, actually. Yeah, let's get rid of these, it's okay. Necklace too. Let me see if we can craft a scaled hide on this. Yes, we can. Nice. I'm gonna craft on scale hide, put that on the defense. Gets quite a bit of like armor absorption. That's going to be nice. Seems you are doing fine with like the P assistance and also it's okay. Okay. Let's put some augments and we're good. What do we have here? The only thing that I really dislike is my lightning resistance. It's over-capped. Not really. There's like a fat lightning resistance somewhere. Was it from like Kaiman or something, you guys? Do you remember? We're despised by the Kaiman. We're with the Order. Let me see this. If the Order has like a fat one, that would be very good, but I think it was the Kaiman, which in this case is not available to us. Vitality, Cold, Lightning, and Aether. Okay, let's go with this one a little bit. Yeah, I want to put like at the very least one more, actually. And we kind of need just a tiny little bit of like poison as well, by the looks of things. So do we have like a good poison? Pierce Aether. Pierce Poison is interesting. Pierce Chaos. Fat Pierce. Cold Lightning, Aether. Fire Lightning. Fire Lightning is okay-ish as well, I guess. I don't know. But it seems like Pierce Poison is like the only thing. Instead of Aether. How's my Aether right now? Okay. Put it over there. I'd like to put one more. Just one more. I'll keep the Aether and over there. Okay, this is good. There it is. We're even like 10% overcapped. I really like my resistances. Our defensive ability is still looking questionable. But our armor is a little bit better than before. Most likely our offense is a lot better than before as well. Our HP is about the same if I'm not mistaken. How are my vitality multipliers here? 2.9k. That's insane. Yeah, there's a 15 poison van damage from the Arcovian dudes, I think. But Pierce and Poison is okay as well, I think. We're not that desperate. And I want a little bit more lightning. We have like the shoulder spot open. Lightning and fire, maybe. Nice. Because we're going to fight some stuff that I'm definitely capable of like reducing my resistances, yeah. Recover the supplies in the Arc Icon Armory. Here we go. Time to progress. This actually took me a while, but so at this point, it's like, if you don't want to progress, you can continue farming. It's kind of up to you. Did you kill Log yet? No. You probably understood it already, but we will kill him. In about like an hour, we should be able to. We'll speed up from here. Our damage is ridiculously good right now on this guy, so shouldn't be an issue. The only thing that I don't like in my stats is my defensive ability. Everything else is easily playable. I'm acting a little bit greedy, but what you could also do is, you know, you could specify an item like this one, for instance, that you call pretty bad, or you could decide which item is the worst one, and then you could go to the blacksmith and keep on, you know, random crafting it till you fix the stat that you would like to fix. If it's like whether it be resistance or just defensive ability or even offensive ability. And it's not that hard to like do that, but I kind of want to, since it's like a fresh account, I kind of want to like keep my components and my crafting materials and whatnot till we decide something like for sure. Check the side out as well for some dynamite and a chest. Nice. Wow, Mythical Crimson Lotus. That's a very good drop, you guys. It's a belt. There it is. It actually converts the acid damage into fire damage, which is not the greatest for us, definitely not, but it gives like +2 to Reverence Earth, Dreeg's Evil Eye, some occasional resistances, some HP, and some even vitality damage for me. I cannot put my hand, like, I cannot decide if this is better for me or worse. Like, right away, it is definitely better, but in the long run, it might actually be worse. I am actually scaling fire somehow, it's funny. Except the boots. They're scaling lightning there. Some elemental damage from there as well. Right now is a massive upgrade. Like, it's an incredible upgrade right now. But later on, when I have the Dark One set, I think it's actually going to be nerfing me because of the conversion. I need it to stay acid damage, I think, later on. So I'm gonna keep this belt because of that reason. Let's craft an antivenom salve on this. Aether is quite low, seems like. Aether is low, bleed is low. We could put like Aether and lightning one more time. I'm okay with that. Van Damage is saying my first hardcore is at 99, about to ding 100 soon. What character are you playing, Van Damage? Vorder using the Force Wave and Grasping Vines get a bunch of Shaman gear already, says fan damage. Sounds pretty good, man. Vorder is a good choice. Pravnan is there saying, afternoon, my question, is the Bone Spike a random drop from the Trogs or is it also boss specific? No, it's, you can like specific to farm it inside the mountain deeps all the time. It's those like, I don't know, I call them like gobos, but like I don't necessarily know what they are. I guess Trogs, I don't know. Not honored with the homestead, lost a little bit of like reputation with them now. That's nice. Alright, good luck, Frownin. I'm gonna continue staying friends. It's alright. I really dislike the dungeon that opens when you go enemies with this, so there's no need. It's not like I'm gonna farm that. But yeah, if you would like to go enemies with the NS diet, the only point to do that is to, like, you know, farm an Aether Helm and have an extra dungeon, but it's a terrible place. What I would recommend you to do is basically get revered beforehand, so that like you can buy everything from them, and then afterwards in ultimate difficulty you could go enemies if you wanted to, yeah. Wow, the slow was incredibly potent there. Wasn't able to move almost. This guy's the Order of Death Vigil quest that we have. He actually has like 8% chance or something to crit me. It's quite high. No kidding. He's not the strongest guy, so. The quest right after this one is in fact in Steps of Torment. Doing an ultimate Steps of Torment in level 100 with like 2.3k defensive ability is going to be quite questionable, but it should be doable. Let's give this quest back first. Cheers, XO. Yo, Myopia, how's it going? Welcome, bro. Yo, what's up, Ari? Nice to see you, dude. What's this the ending? I think this is the ending, right? With this one? Pretty much. Standing in the middle now, Malkadar, the champion of Death Vigil. I'll get your tome. Even though it is pretty rippy for me, I'll get it. Let's go for it. It's gonna be interesting. As long as I have the freeze resistance, I should be able to like survive against Alchemos. I seem to have 0% for that. Do we have potions for it? I do. I in fact have a lot of potions apparently in my bags. Yeah, revered back with the homestead. Dude, I love my reputation with this guy. That's been quite tanky, I mean, grindy, let's say. But after tanking it all, I think it looks fine. Yeah, I take the devotion shrines that are like fighting devotion shrines, you know what I mean? The corrupted ones, I think it's what it's called, I'm not really sure. But if it's requiring like an item or something, I don't give it anymore. After 55, there's no need. There's a chest right over here as well, you guys, underneath this tower. No legendaries this time, though. How are we doing with the experience on the devotions? Should I use one more experience pot? 14, sure. Exo saying desecrated is the monster spawning and the ruined is the one that required the items. I see. So, kind of continue with the desecrated one in that case. I need to leech this guy. Wild entrance. We can also try and find the treasure trove as well. It's not on that location. Just found myself some rune guides. Good armor, good HP. Okay-ish movement speed. Some physical resistance is okay too. And the rune guard proc. I feel like I'll be fine without it. It's a defensive upgrade, but we're dropping some percentages. I think I'm going to be fine without it. I would have considered if it was giving anything to like either Occultist or the Necromancer. We have Ratosh's maximum rank, so we're pretty much done with like popping experience potions now. Yo, what's up, Naomi? I'm doing Kung Fu, my opinion. Wing Chun. This fight right over here might actually turn out to be crazy difficult when I clean around before taking it. Talking about like the devotion shrine, obviously. I'll listen to the Leviathan OST from Stellaris. See how this goes. It's a little bit too loud right now. Give me a second. Should be fine. Wait, what now? They're still spawning like one by one. I never understood like why this devotion shrine over here is like spawning stuff on the backside of this thing. Definitely makes the fight a lot more hectic and longer. Level 82 chest armor with Vitality Chaos and Witchfire. And I think it actually has like good armor on it as well. 1.5k. Not the best, it's just good. One shot chest is over there, we're gonna need to go there. How you doing, Naomi? Any recent refunds or future refunds on your calendar? How good is armor compared to resistances? Resistances are a little bit more important, but armor is good to have. Anything about 2k. 3k armor is good. Armor is a flat absorption when it comes to like physical damage that you take. Goes pretty hand to hand with like physical resistance too. I wasn't able to TP out from there. I'm trying my best to like get every single kill, you guys, because we're kind of sneaking in and farming some undead reputation here, or infamy even. So it is taking me like longer to progress even, but this is the way that you farm it, unfortunately. We're like halfway into Nemesis. Moosey is going to be one of the tigers that I would like to check my character out with when it is completed. That's a hectic spawn. Quite sure the regular pack that spawned was more difficult than the priest himself. Poor priest. Let's do this. This is going to be our first rogue dungeon in ultimate difficulty. I'm really curious like how it's gonna go. We have movement speed. Okay, those two are basically like negating each other. It's funny. They have movement speed, by the way. My bad. This is for me. So I have less movement speed, but we are more resistant to like CC. That's a very good thing, especially against something like Alchemals. And they have less attack speed. That's okay. Ross is saying 3 Craig hats killed me. Oh my god, dude. For how long, give or take, you have been farming this, Ross? And are you in like elite difficulty? It's an easy first wave. A little bit more difficult second wave there. I'm okay now. This priest like absolutely failed this group. There were so many targets that he could have like healed, but look at this. There's going to be one more wave in fact. Death Revenant. I'll say the Monstrosity is the hardest of this pack. I'm gonna hide the loot so that we can see some stuff. You can hide the loot by pressing K unless you changed it. Okay. Sacred Plating. That's a very good job, in fact. Extremely good job. And Seal of Blight. Might even be the seal that we're supposed to be using come late game. Maybe even now. That's a very good job as well. 2 extremely good recipes, you guys. Some Rasen shoulder guards. Not for me. Chaos Caster. Probably won't be able to carry all this. I've been looting like literally everything so far. It's not good. Yeah, I have some like okayish bone spikes. Nightblade DK and Magi's DK, I think. Yeah. They're okay, they're not the best, but they're playable with. Ooh, I should never get like Guts and Smash there, definitely not. That was very dangerous. You don't want to be in the melee range for Monstrosity. Our physical resistance saving us there. What would be insane? Anything about 420 is very good. This is one of the reasons why we are here. Killing the Shade of Elnatran. It's going to be very tanky. No, there were some issues with some sale, I think, Naomi. You could try and like search more information about it, it's not bait. I'm curious if he is the one that is summoning this many creatures here, or I don't think so. I think it was just like a spawn from that specific place. We need to be extremely careful in the second phase of this guy. Nice. I don't necessarily think that like my resistance aura was working against him at all, because I wasn't able to like gap close. I had to like stay very far away from him. He's already very resistant to Vitality, so it was that much more even now. There's the one sad part about this thing right over here, the Spectral Binding, and obviously the Wrath. It is a very short radius, like 4-meter radius. You kind of practically need to be in like melee range with your master. Pretty much. It's probably like the only sad part about the Necromancers. Minus resistance. The Inquisitor's Aura of Censure is almost alike, but it has a little bit more leeway. Like, you can be further, I think. Maybe like 8 meters or something? Not sure. You need to get hit for the resist reduction to work. It's like when you're hit, that monster is being afflicted by it, and everything close to that thing for 5 seconds, right? It's something like that. But like, I cannot get reliably hit by Igor. Like, yeah, that's not gonna happen every time. Kind of easy. Is that like only one wave also? Wait, where's this guy going? I'm back here. It was only one wave. That was weird. Ooh, maybe this thing is going to be trapped? Not really. Nice. Sometimes that thing is trapped, and it can also like spawn in several different locations too. There's a hidden room over here that I'd like to hit almost like every single run, even if I'm just after the Throes of the Rogue Dungeon. Dens, do you have your elbows, like, do you have enough space on your table to put your elbows on the table as well, almost? You know what I mean? So, like, entire forearm on the table. How about you diamonds, Twisty? Sitting with 1% HP. That's not good. Yeah, we're full. I don't know how I'm going to be looting the rest of things. Yeah, that is very important to have, like, good posture like this, and on top of that, like, you need to have the entire forearm on the table. Like, you cannot put pressure to your wrists at any time. But they're like crazy exercises, like crazy as in very useful exercises on YouTube. I'll check them out, as you can do. One good thing about like Kung Fu is that like it has a lot to do with, you know, the entire arm, wrists, elbows. I get a lot of exercise to them, which is a good thing for me, but can fix a lot by also, you know, having good posture while gaming as well. Or working. Snacksyman is saying, when I give up, this game is too hard. Maybe try a softcore a little bit, I don't know. So, we're gonna need to use this potion right over here, the Hoarfrost Ointment, simply because I want to be freeze resistant. We can use a cold potion as well for against Frostburn. Other than that, I really don't have anything else that I can use. I mean, I could use this thing, it's giving me a little bit of health regen, it's whatever. And we're gonna need to go and fight him, inevitably. Hopefully, this is gonna turn out to be fine. My defensive ability is incredibly low to fight a guy like this one right over here, especially after 40% he enrages. That is when we need to watch out. Every time you can hear my character, means that he's critting me. 11% maybe? It's not that high actually. Clustered there. I hope he doesn't kill me through the cluster. Cluster's over now. Try and place it here. Nice. That's terrible. We have an Aldo's Inquisition Stone Guard geared as well. For the rest of the part that we're gonna do in this part at least, It's going to be much easier than what we thought here, for sure. Red notes. Let me see what this is. Elemental damage, Fizz, one-handed range, with Elemental Seal and Fire Strike. A pistol. Alright. They were kind of like 4 gold anyways, it's okay. We can sell right next to an Astaria, in fact. She's gonna give me the quest of like Bastion of Chaos, but that quest is gonna wait for a little bit at least. Yeah, it definitely is crazy, like, for a fresh character like this one. I will acquire the obsidian. But for the most part, like, against him, we need defense ability and we need heavy armor. If you can get those two, like, you could even stand a lot closer than I am capable of doing right now. Those are like our, you know, 2 of the weakest things that we have on our build, so it's almost impossible for me to fight something like that. +2 to Ravenous Earth. That is the only thing that I'm concerned about. What if we've compared these two? The new one is so much better, in fact. Okay, we're gonna keep that green belt over there. That's an interesting one. It's a very interesting one, in fact. It might even be like close to being better than what we're wearing right now. Gonna pass. I'm considering to like keep 1 or 2 spectral longswords because they might actually be necessary for crafting something. I think I'm just gonna put 1 to the bank, at the very least 1. Yeah, our chest piece is like quite questionable. You see this like 1000 armor on a chest piece, like compared to 1.9k almost. Oh, cast alive. No multipliers, but some of the good stats. Sell that one as well. The skeleton key recipe. Already learned that multiple times. Can keep the anti-venom salve there. I'll take this quest too. Why not? Let's complete everything. Apparently I have quite a lot of spectral longswords. How many times did I say this? I'm wondering, throughout the gameplay, like, it seems like we have kept it quite a bit. Didn't need this many, of course. Let's do this new quest. The Heartgates Formula. 3.2 million iron bits. Maybe some frozen hearts I'm hoping for, but that is good too. Yeah, what Pazuto is saying is true though. All builds struggle against like usually something different. I mean, there are obviously some very hard bosses out there that like they're capable of like pushing almost every single build out there. It also depends on your like resistances, your armor. I don't like this place. The poison on the ground is ticking quite heavily. Yes, give me that better shot. Did this really like drop a better shot? It must have been an insect there, not the slith. I thought I was only fighting the slith there. Wow, that damage, man. Oh, that's a difficult back. Hold up. 2 champions there. Hungering Void has maximum rank as well. That's nice. We have gotten something called the Nemesis Relic. It's true that like this quest is giving you actually a tier 3 relic recipe. That's pretty good. I don't necessarily know if it's giving Nemesis every time. Probably not. It's been some time that I did it for the first time, so. Story is that, what is your tooltip on ARE damage in the second page? This one? 6.1k? Something like that. I don't necessarily know like what is a good value when it comes to that though. Do. Let's enter the Necropolis. We're gonna need to deal with some like Chthonians as well. Uh-oh. There's a problem here. It's actually a massive problem. I'm glad this Ravenous Earth over here is capable of hitting the guy that was like body blocking me from the back. I don't necessarily know like how he managed to go there in the first place, but since I'm standing here, I wasn't necessarily like able to TP anywhere. It's funny. Panic. Ah, this is good. I actually think the Shazil is going to be scarier for me, Zale, compared to like Alchemos. This is a very tough pack as well. How am I finding like 4 Hawks all the time? Look at that. Shazil, he's the end boss of Bastion of Chaos. Pretty sure that guy is going to be scarier for me compared to like Alchemos that we just killed. He hits very hard in melee range. Especially if you fail on a mechanic. Which is not that hard to fail if the fight is long. The glyph. Honestly, on one side, I'm considering myself like lucky because I haven't found the Alchemos with like a soul rend or something. His weapon, even though we didn't necessarily check it out, I don't necessarily think his weapon was like the best weapon that he could have. Don't think so. How we doing with the Chthonians, you guys? Halfway hater? There's only one relic that is like a quest reward, basically. You gotta lie to the first quest in Act 2. Other than that, the rest of the relics are, yeah, the crafts. Wait. Might turn out to be inside here, and that would be very good. Oh. Let's see if it's on the other side. It could actually be behind me too. Nope, it's here. Nice. That guy's sitting out of his mind, by the way. Soul drinker. Half Forge leg plates? Sounds like a fire item, doesn't it? Fire and Fizz with Ring of Flame. I have a feeling that like I'm going the wrong way. I want to kill the Bane Gargoth, so the last boss of the space and the throne. Committed to the wrong way, and I'm gonna keep on chasing it. Yo, how's it going, Peiko? Welcome, bro. After a couple of days, I'm playing the White City Caster again. Trying to progress with it. much rougher than before, for sure. Fighting some like really relevant targets now, obviously, like Alchemos, and the end boss is gonna come soon. And then afterwards, I'm actually contemplating going for like Bastion of Kelson as well. And there, we're gonna end up fighting Sharzul soon. So with the weak gear that we have, it's rather tough. Our damage is there for the most part. For the most part, at least. Especially against like trash. And some of the elites as well. Versus bosses, it's actually taking me a while to kill them. Now, I've been trying to find some upgrades, but at the same time, you know, progress. Not slack too much. Kind of want to build up to like Dark One sets as soon as possible, but for that we obviously need to like progress in not only the vanilla but also in Ashes of Malmouth as well. So Legionnaires, Triumph. This one too. Okay. Maybe I complete this quest right now before we continue to the Moktukan Shrine. It's gonna summon like multiple elites. It's going to be interesting. Good progression, yeah. I think so too. We have opened like quite a lot of one-shot chests today. Didn't really get goodies out of it. Like the best thing that I found was probably Celestial Stone. It's not necessarily for the character that we're playing either, but at least it's giving a little bit of DPS. Like the best item on me is most likely the belt. Is not even like that great for my spec either. So not that lucky so far, but I did end up finding some very good recipes there. Specifically component stuff. For sure. I think we found Sin of Blight. We found Titan plating, if I'm not mistaken. Those two are like very big. Oh, it's not over yet. Oh, this pack sucks. It's going to be questionable. How did the chill main survive all this? It was the last one to die. It's funny. Obsidian Seal. Okay. You're struggling to find the recipe of Mythical Pestilence of Tree? Good luck, dude. Very random job. Feels bad. Yo, what's up, Predator? Welcome, bro. Don't need to do that, please. Not even a one-shot chest inside. Not a separate. It adds on top of what you have. Separate would be too powerful. Look at the difference of the resistances. That was exactly 5 elite spawning at the same time. This is one of those. He was 70% life and the other 4 died. Just resistance difference. It's crazy, isn't it? It's going to be a one-shot chest in this place as well, you guys. Maybe I can carry a little bit more. The Evoker is like the Spell Shock Tome, Lightning Caster Offend. The Evoker is in fact, or unfortunately, a crossbow for level 84. Give me that. So let's see if the one shot is here. Not really. This guy does not like White City all that much. Did I just find like 4 Chthonic Seal of Bindings in this place? What's going on? RNG got out with him, yeah. Only if he had that luck with some upgrades too. Gimme. Speaking of which, the Unholy Sigil of the Covenant. If it's a medallion with poison resistance, Sigil of Consumption and Destruction. Not really. I like my stun resistance, I think, on the one that I have. Yeah, the parasites are messed up. Too many of them in this place too. Sad. I probably need to sell at some point. Almost full. I can sell like right before Logarian. Or whenever I'm full, I suppose. There's going to be like a devotion shrine somewhere around here as well. Should give me a couple more items. Ooh, okay. That was a massive mistake by me. I didn't have my poison resistance up. Are we there yet, chat? Shit, why is my ear so itchy right now? Can't really focus up because of this. Hesh with 2 months. Hesh, how are you doing? Nice to see you and thank you very much for the resub. Much out to you, dude. Okay, he died. So that could happen too. That's nice. And that guy is very resistant to me too. The parasites are, for the most part, kind of messed up. Looks like. The fun of playing the Vitatic Acid against the Chthonic enemies. I mean, most of the Chthonians are okay in my opinion. The parasites specifically are the bad part. Like, for instance, this pack is not going to be too bad, I believe. I actually would like to AoE them down. Let's try and gather them. Why are they splitting? Like, look at that damage, for instance, on this guy. It's completely fine, in my opinion. For a fresh start, you know, without targetable legendaries like this that we need to build up all the way to like AOM, I think our DPS is like exceptionally good. Without farming too, like we literally didn't farm. The only thing I've done is just like hitting the one-shots. And that is extremely, you know, random that you could get from that. I'm gonna go ahead and sell, I think, at this point. I want to keep gathering iron bits so that like we can craft some stuff when I need to. Do we have anything to listen to? It's continuing. Nice. I think I did end up like putting that belt into the bank, right? Offensive ability with vitality resistance. It's not too bad, but an upgrade, I think. Chaos and Fire. Put this in the bank later on. This was the questionable one. With the Sigil of the Covenant. I don't know, maybe we can like keep it and use it when I find another Sigil of the Covenant set item so that like we get the extra vitality damage from that one as well. That is going to be like the only reason that I'm going to keep that, I think. Otherwise it's not the best item. We're in fact looking for some gloves as well. Not like my gloves all that much. Wow. Okay. There's a hidden room right over here. It should probably like hit every time. Just leading the right way too. Leading towards the right way, yeah. That's kind of reminds me that I skipped the hidden room over there, which I shouldn't have, especially in ultimate difficulty. That's kind of sad. If I turn back for it, let me see like how far away we are. We're kind of far away. I'm not gonna turn back for it. Why does cast speed increase my DPS with the force wave so much? Just bug, or technically it's the spell, yeah? Well, force wave scales from your spell cast speed. Specific humanoids are getting destroyed by me. Absolutely getting destroyed. Release from this guy. Guillotine? Okay. Now we have been quite unlucky when it comes to like legendaries so far. Not even a single one. Even this one is a little bit questionable for my build, as I said. Like, I really hope you're going to be a little bit luckier than I am here. It's a good thing to see the challenge also. It's going to be feeling like much more different when it comes to, you know, wearing the Dark One set. Getting it is going to be another question, but we are not that far away anymore. In fact, I think like maybe next part, maybe the part after that. So this is like part 14, I believe. Maybe it's going to be on 16 that we are going to try and attempt to build up to the Dark One set. If we could get it, I'm pretty sure the character is going to be skyrocketing when it comes to especially DPS. Some like better stats overall when it comes to like defenses too, for sure. But the DPS is going to be the massive difference. Yeah, I did switch to the Justices, not Justicar. It's a little bit better, I think. It's very hard to... understand what is better, honestly. I think the stats were at the end a little bit better with the Justice set, yeah. On my shield breaker, that is. Especially after the patch. Do I need to use any pots? Maybe like a Chaos pot? I'm actually not sure. I should be okay, I feel like. 51% Chaos resistance there with like double minuses. That's kind of sad, honestly. 74 when he's alone. 19 over the top is my regular. That's actually quite insane. So he's capable of like putting a minus himself, and then the other monster is capable of putting their own. We are going all the way down to 50% chaos resistance. That is so rippy. Being overcapped by resistances is such a good thing. Then there's nothing to worry about for the most part. Blueprint. Seems good. A bladed plating. This is something that I've never used, in fact. Is for retaliation. That explains. Alright, let's fight this. See how it goes. Because there's up on a what happened to your warlord. My warlord is alive. Still good. Kicking. Check the title tag. Honestly, our DPS against Logarian is pretty good as well. It was just a little bit annoying to like place the Revenant's Earths right in front of him, because I believe like when you click on him, the Revenant's Earth just disappears or something. The Light Defender item. Wow. Bladed plating, we could use that. I have high hopes about this quest reward right here. No! The Mark of the Ilzoan. So YouTube, I think this was part 14 in fact. Wasn't bad progression, but I feel like I didn't necessarily get that good items at all. Like, it was kind of meh upgrades all around the place. The upgrades themselves are not necessarily good items either. What about these pens? They're not terrible. Maybe. Yeah, after cleaning my bags, I think this is going to be it from like part 14. Thanks for watching, YouTube. I'll catch you on 15, okay? the MI from the Logarian, giving me like no multipliers but some interesting stats. Gonna need to sell it. If it was Vitete, I would have used it.